Purnamaste. Purnamaste. Everybody welcome. Welcome to the art of the word that I am from the heart for you. Which is all about, as you know by now, is all about bringing your unconscious shadow, your unconscious darkness to consciousness. Shadow work. Shadow work is so important. So important. For if you don't do shadow work, if you don't look the devil within you in your eyes, if you don't heal, bring to light, to consciousness, integrate your shadow, your darkness, you are suffering all the time in giving power away to others. Out of guilt, out of fear, self-hate, traumas within that produce guilt and fear. These are the shadow. This is the shadow. Or you are to be like a narcissist, taking power away from others, like many are on Facebook. They start some shit, and then they are so righteous that they blame you that you are not righteous, and they take your power away. They take your power away for they are unconscious of their shadow. What they're doing in your energy doesn't feel right to you. And you're giving your power away out of guilt, out of fear, out of programmed mind and traumas. Shadow blaming you for who you are, for how you feel. So shadow work is everything. Shadow work is everything. For underneath your shadow, underneath your darkness, there is your power. And actually, that darkness is your power. When you turn it around, unite it with the light, bring it to consciousness, integrate it within yourself, just like dark sky is supporting the light of stars to shine in all their heavenly glory. Now, it is like the darkness of the night of the universe was against the stars, attacking the stars, attacking your light when the darkness is unconscious, and attacking light of others, meaning taking your power away so you give it, and taking power away from others, you take it. It's all that unconscious shadow. Just see something. Out of fear. Fear must be brought to consciousness. If you bring fear to consciousness, you have courage. You lose fear. Like, out of fear, you may be wearing mask outside. Out of fear, people will take vaccines. Out of fear, people are controlled outside. Fear prevents you to be free. So you can see, if you have no fear, you go outside without a mask. You breathe. You tell others to breathe. You have courage. So underneath that fear, out of fear you give power away. Then you follow that fear. They control you. They manipulate you. They take your power away. But what this cult is most afraid? People who are not afraid. You see, they are spreading the fear, an unconscious shadow within human beings is fear, and they are following that fear, unconscious of that fear, but they are afraid. They are afraid. They are afraid of who? of a human being that has no fear, that will not obey, of the power of human being, individual power, they are afraid of. And they are afraid. So whatever is happening on earth now is bringing that unconscious out. Fear, guilt, traumas, control, resistance, force, despair, opposition, violation, blame. Everything is there, taking your power away. So you give power away. Just see, you want to do something from the heart. You want to express yourself. You want to show your power. But fear is afraid what they will think of you. Fear. Guilt, you are not good enough. Takes your power away. Takes your freedom away. You don't express your truth. You don't speak your truth. Guilt, you are not good enough to speak your truth, to express your power. All that traumas, the programs that programmed you, traumatized you, so that now out of fear and guilt, you give your power away. That's your shadow. And takes your power away. Because of fear, you don't express yourself. Because of guilt, you're not good enough. You don't express yourself. You don't show yourself. Out of fear, you don't do what your heart desires to do. The fear takes your freedom away, takes your power away. You give your power away. You are just like others, doing what others. People who control others, they have to bring it to consciousness. And they resist and change others and force. They suffer. And they create suffering. They are unconscious of the darkness. They are opposing others, trying to change others, trying to control others, trying to correct others, destroy others, and all this shit. But when you are conscious of it, you understand, you giving power away, you taking power away from others, and you're creating very bad karma. And you are suffering, you're taking away power from yourself. And when you realize what you're doing, you can start. You bring it to consciousness. You heal it. You can start controlling yourself, taking care of yourself, being yourself, allowing others to be by giving them power, setting them free. You set yourself free. You get your power back. Like out of guilt and out of fear and out of traumas, people are actually coming in your energy, coming to you, and they want you to do for them what doesn't feel right to you. You are afraid, showing your power, saying no to them. Your ego is blaming you, guilt that you are not good enough, that you have to do right, and your traumas, unconscious shadow, you do it for them. You put up with what you suffer in. You literally give your power away out of guilt, for you're unconscious of that shadow within. Out of guilt, then you suffer. doing for others what you suffer in so they can be happy. Putting up with what you suffer in so they can do whatever they do. You give your power away. But when you heal that traumas, you heal that guilt, you heal that programming in the matrix, what is right, good. You heal fear, you have no fear. You integrate your shadow, and then it becomes your power. Whatever you're doing to me, it can be normal for everyone else. It doesn't feel right to me. Please respect it. Please stop. And you say no to everything what is not you. Everything what is not you is making you go against yourself, taking your power away. Huh? What about that? Everything what is not you is taking your power away. What about that, huh? And you say no to everything what is not you, to everything what is taking your power away. You say no. You say yes to yourself. You take your power back. Out of guilt and fear, you are no more suffering for others. Now those who only want energy from you, only want you to do what they want, they leave out of your life. And those who love you, care for how you feel, they remain in your life. So you get your power back. You are no more suffering out of guilt and fear for others. You have people who love you in your life only. You free yourself from suffering. You give your power. Take your power back. Just see, out of attachments, you depend on others. Then you control, force, resist to get their energy, to get their love. Then you blame, then you resent, then you oppose and violate completely in your shadow. But when you realize that shadow, that attachment, that need for others, that you then actually get attached and dependent on them and then suffering, control, resistance, blame. That attachment, that need is actually your shadow. And underneath your shadow, your whole and complete self, that you have lost part of yourself, that you're missing and want from others, you find within yourself. And you heal your attachment, your need for energy for others. You heal that shadow, you bring it to light, and you find yourself whole and complete. You bring your darkness to light. It becomes your power, your own control. Stands for you, like dark sky stands for the light. You no more need attachments, energy of others. You stand in your power. You are no more powerless and you want power from others to be whole and complete. And control them, resist them, force them to get that power. And you don't get it, then you blame them, you hate them, you suffer. No. You find that that need, that attachment, was actually the shadow that created dependency. And then you control, resist, force and blame. Suffer. But you were missing yourself. 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 I'm repeating, you were missing yourself. You were missing yourself. And you heal your attachments, your dependency, your need. You heal that traumas, you heal. You are whole and complete. So naturally you don't need others, energy of others, power of others. You get your power back. So you don't control, you don't resist, you don't force. And naturally you don't blame, you don't hate, you don't oppose. You are full of your power. You got your power back. It was your darkness. It was your unconscious shadow. Huh? What about that? For just look. Before, unconscious shadow controls others, and others can control you. Is afraid, so you give your power away. Guilty, you give your power away. So it opposes you. And then he sees the suffering that is in you, in others. And is afraid of them, blames them, controls them, tries to get energy from them, opposes, violates, and like this. It's separated. You're unconscious. Against you. Against your light and against light of others. And when you bring it to consciousness, you bring to consciousness that fear, that guilt, that attachments, that need, that dependency, that control, that opposition, that force, that resistance. It no more attacks you. You healed it. You healed your traumas, you healed your programming, and you brought these energies to consciousness, to light. So you no more attack others. Try to control others, afraid of others, blame others, oppose others, violate others, correct others. You are unconscious of it. But your unconscious shadow is standing for you. It is your power. When others, unconscious of their shadow, try to blame you, try to project fear, you have courage, no fear. You have no guilt. It's your power now. And you are healed. No one can blame you. No one can take your power away. So you stand for yourself. You don't give them energy, but you say, hey boy, I am not doing this to you. I show you my power. So you will not do this to me or I eat you alive. Go. Not like this, but like this. It's no more attacks others, blames others, opposes others. But it stands up for you. For you. So no one can take your power away. For it is your power. Everybody saying light, 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 light. What? You see the universe, it's dark and it's holding the light. If you are only light, darkness of others destroy you. And darkness, yours is unconscious, destroying others and you. But when you realize the source that I am darkness, yourself, you hold your life. You hold your light, your love, your compassion, your truth, your peace. Otherwise, they dim your light, they take your light away out of guilt and fear. You give it. And now you can say no to everything what is not you, to protect your light. Light stands for you. You know? No one can take your power away, because darkness is your power. So I sound like Darth Vader now. Know the power of the dark side, but integrated with the light. So that hold your light, it holds the goddess, protects the goddess, stands for the goddess. Otherwise your unconscious shadow is attacking you. And then people can control you. People can take your power away. Like you see out of fear, some people walking with masks everywhere. They will do everything. When you bring your fear to consciousness, you have courage to say no. courage to say, I'd rather die free now than live as a slave. I'd rather die free of fear now than live long life full of fear. Let me just tell you one school case. My best friend, he's a trouble. He's telling me things that he will do. And you see people do this many times, you know. They just want to sound right. They say, yes, I will do this to you, no problem. I see this, I was telling to a friend yesterday, 3 days ago, not yesterday. Hey, can you bring me 5 light bulbs? They have only this LED here. I don't like, I want natural old ones. Edison's old. He said, no problem, no problem. No problem, my friend. Asking where we bring it today, tomorrow, nothing. People just want to sound right. But my friend, he promised something that really means to me. But they just, you are speaking, you want something, you love something. Oh, I will give this to you. I will do this to you. Don't worry, I'll do everything to you. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. Oh, will you come tomorrow to me? Yes, 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 I'll come. I will do everything. Then, they don't do it. They are so unconscious of their self, unconscious of what they're doing. They just want to sound right. They create bad karma. You don't trust them anymore. You don't rely on them. You're like, okay, what is this? And even, like when his mother took his car away. And his mother took his car away because he has no power. He cannot express himself. He cannot, when something bad happens, he runs away. He doesn't say what happened. And he tried to cover it up. Oh, I have it. Everything is okay. Everything is okay, Purna. Everything is okay. I'm waiting there. 6 and 10, last bus. I'm sitting there 2 hours, I missed the bus, what the fuck? He ain't doing nothing. He didn't even tell me that he cannot drive me, that his mother took his power away, his car. And why she did it? Because he has no power. He has no power to express himself, to say no to people. One of his friends is manipulating him that he's driving him around. Not me. It's really bad company. And because he has no power, mother takes him power away, controls him, manipulates him, tells him what to do and how to do and when. He didn't listen to me. I told him, you have to bring this to consciousness. And out of guilt and fear, he ain't even telling me I cannot come. I'm waiting there 2 hours. Nothing. I could go home with bus. Now it's dark. I have to hitchhike. Corona. COVID time. Who will stop me? I get hitchhike immediately. Beautiful guy. Awakened. But you see what I'm telling you? He want to sound right. He is coming. He didn't even tell me. Then out of fear and guilt that he cannot come, that I could catch the bus, I actually should walk home because of his unconscious shadow. Guilt. He cannot express himself. Other friends control him. That he do for them what doesn't feel right to him. They manipulate him because he's unconscious of his shadow. He has no power. And then mother is taking him power away. And he has no power even to tell me that. And like we had one arrangement, it was important. And he said, everything is done. Everything I have here, complete. Okay, boy. I mean, I lost trust in him. I love him as every lost soul. I cannot trust him anymore. Sorry. But I love him like a brother. And he is my family. Now he pretending I have it, I have it, I have it, I have it. And I felt something, and you know, I feel, and he got lectures in SMS. And then in the evening when he should come, and he was already missing 2 days, 3 days. What's going on, man? And he was like, oh, but today I cannot come. Because if I don't read everything what you wrote to me, I feel guilty, I don't feel okay. Again, he was covering up. But this shit never happened. 3 days ago, he knew that he doesn't have it. And I told him, look, you will come here and I will tell you in person this lecture. What is your problem? I cannot wait more. I'm waiting for you 3 days. Why are you crazy? Then he said, but I could not do this for you. So 3 days. You're lying to me, people pleasing, pretending. You want to sound right again. Just like when you're promising things that you don't do. But you're lying to me, deceiving me. Out of guilt, out of fear. And then out of guilt and fear, he always wants to cover up everything and he hides from everything. And then it's unconscious. You see, I don't trust him like this. No. And that is, you get hurt. Okay? He loses everything. He loses his power. He loses good people, distancing. And he gets fucked by all the karma that he creates. Unconscious of his guilt and fear, and that people-pleasing pretending, that sound right, unconscious of what he's doing. And he has problem with all kind of people, and he has a problem with all kind of people, and problem with his mother. His mother literally enslaves him. And he's defending this always, always protecting his shadow, defending his shadow, throwing it back like a dog who is wounded to death with an arrow and dying. And you see he's suffering in karma. Ah, damn it, you're 30 years old and mother taking your car away. And people control you and manipulate you. Such people that even the worst criminals ran away from them. And you're creating out of guilt, out of fear, running away, very bad karma. Even I'm like, okay. You say, I'll come today. I say, okay. I don't take your word anymore. You lost your word. Everything yourself in your shadow. And people don't trust you. People don't take you seriously. And you see, and he's always defending this. He doesn't want to bring it to consciousness. He's defending like he doesn't have it. He's lying because others were lying to him. He's searching reasons outside of himself. He wants to just be right and do right and pretend to be right and figure out and like this. But he doesn't want to see his guilt, his fear, his deception, his manipulation, lying. his crazy mind, and whatever traumatized him, the shadows within, he's running away from this. And that's why everybody is taking his power away. And he's without power. Even his mother taking his power away. So you see, this is how it is. The unconscious, where all power lies, is the unconscious. And as long as you don't bring your unconscious to consciousness, you will give your power away. People will take your power away out of guilt and fear and all this shit. And out of attachments, dependency, control, resistance, and even blame and hate, oppose. Ooh. And you have to see whatever you're unconscious of in others. And everybody will take your power away. And like my friend, you only fuck up. He cannot oppose, he cannot violate, he cannot judge. He respects me like no one in this world. No one. He's sweet. But because of guilt and fear, and because of his resistance and force and control, not that, some greed, his mind programmed thinking and some traumas, and all this living in the mind. Fear and guilt mostly, and greed. Greed. He has greed, but fear and guilt mostly. Creating all kind of karma. Fucking karma. And he's such a beautiful soul, you know. I have two best friends because no one else I let in my sight. And whatever I told you that he's doing, he's my best friend, he's here. Why? Because he respects me. He cannot disrespect me. He cannot violate me, oppose me in any way. His ego and shadow never throwing at me like, you see. Like then you can blame others, judge others, point fingers at others, control others, manipulate others, deceive others. He's not doing this. Out of guilt and fear. He is afraid, and afraid of his power. He doesn't tell me what's going on. He lies. Yeah. Out of his unconscious shadow hurting him, not others. But unconscious of that is hurting me very much. Because he's doing to me what no one can. And I allow to no one. And unconscious of what kind of people he has in life. I taking his power away, and his mother taking his power away. Like fear, they all can control you, tell you what to do, who to be, and to do. You have no fear, they cannot. You are a lion, you roar. And like many light workers on Facebook, so unconscious of their shadow, unconscious of their fear, guilt, attachments, traumas within, resistance, control, judgment, violation, opposition, and now they want to heal others, they want to teach others, they want to be masters, but they have no power, unconscious of their shadow. And they come, and they start something, and you don't like it. And they are like, and you stop them. Oh, you are not love, you are negative. Now they're blaming you. Now they're judging you. Sociopathic, narcissistic, gaslighting. They started something in your energy you don't feel it's right for you. You give them peace. Oh, now you are not love. Now you are righteous. First they're opposing, violating in your energy. They do something what doesn't feel right to you. You stop them. And they don't care for it, they oppose and violate, they force and resist. And now they even blame you and judge you, that you are not love, they are so righteous. Unconscious of their shadow completely. And like I saw the sea woman that was mistreating his child, and I saw no wonder child is like this crazy. It's her doing. When she was in the water, wanted to do karmic diagnostic and healing and heal anxiety of some woman. But she's causing anxiety to her child, seeing he's anxious because she's treating him like shit. And she was manipulating him in water, controlling him, telling him what to do. And the woman with anxiety, oh, you are so nice, you're doing so well, you're so positive, I see you destroying the child. Because you destroyed by your unconscious shadow, completely unconscious of what you're doing. And I see this child is destroyed because of you. Now we want to heal others. And get their money. And then you teach them suffering that you know well. They are unconscious. You will tell them what they know, what they agree in mind, and they can go on suffering even further. She will get money. But she's unconscious, and she needs to work on herself. Bring that control, resistance, force. Control, manipulation, gaslighting. It's completely sociopathic, was acting towards the child and towards the lady. And you can also be like this if you're unconscious of your shadow. You can pretend that you are an angel so righteous you don't see you are living in hell, creating hell. And now you are manipulating others. Judging them. They are not loved, they are not light, opposing them, violating them, their energy, not caring for their energy, taking their power away, You see in them what is in you, you blame them that they are not loved. Judging, opposing, blaming, controlling. Acting like a devil unconscious of your shadow, taking power away from others. Like being a sociopath. So you see, underneath my unconscious shadow, I found all my light. Before, I could not express myself. People could control me. I was hiding also. I was soft and crying non-stop. I had no power. I could not express myself outside. I could not in this world. I had no darkness. My shadow was blaming me, afraid of me. Others could, with their shadow, control me. But no. Now, it is my power. It is no more attacking light of others. It never was. It is no more attacking my light, opposing my light so others could blame me, control me, resist me, force me, take my power away in any way I don't give it. It's standing up for me when it doesn't feel right to me. And I say no to it. And I wear a mask outside. And I roar the truth that everybody hears it. And I express my truth. And no one can do to me what doesn't feel right to me. No one can take my power away. I give no power away. I'm conscious of my darkness. And I take no power away from no one. So no one can take my power away. My darkness stands for my light, my power. So do your shadow work. Heal your traumas. Bring your fear, your guilt, your control, resistance, force, attachment, dependency, judgment, blame, hate, all this resent, all these energies to consciousness, to light. For underneath your shadow, you will find your power. It is your darkness that holds your light, no more opposes your light. So no one, it is your power, you are in your full power. So no one can take your power away, and you take no power away from no one. Bring your unconscious to consciousness. underneath your unconscious shadow, there is your power that holds your light, so no one can turn your light off. I give you my word just for that, just for that. And if anybody feels like you want to offer a donation to the art of the word that I am, art of bringing your unconscious to consciousness, what so many don't want to see. But there's no other way to get your power back. Otherwise, you will give your power away to everyone, and they will take your power. And I give you my word. And if you feel the answer within you and you feel like you want to offer a donation, I'm so grateful. Can you see how I'm grateful? Like a little child, you keep the art of the word that I'm going. Thank you. Source that I am confirmed through your heart that I'm doing what I'm here to do. I give you my word and answer is within you. I'm just so grateful. I do not chat with you. I don't do messenger. I am teacher, spiritual master. I do videos and I do articles and writings. The answer is within you. Has nothing to do with me. I don't have it. The answer is revealed as you allow the silence of the mind that has to control the answer and know and get it and oppose it. And you realize the truth. You are not your mind. And the truth, the answer of all answers, source in your unique expression is revealed in your being. Thank you for your donation. I will not say anything, but you have my word. I will do something. And don't chat me about it. You've given me energy that I love so much, appreciate so much, so grateful. I want to give you my best energy. You know, I'm very clairsentient. I see your email address in PayPal. This is not something you buy, but you have my word that I do it. I connect with you. I'm very clairsentient. The feeling is my first sight. And my white light source healing energy is very powerful. Very powerful. Very powerful. And it's quantum white light source healing. You don't need to know when and how and this. You just need to know that I do very profound quantum white light source energy work, healing, light work on you. Yeah, I do it. I do it, but don't tell me anything about it. Because I must focus on you being free of all afflictions. To really give you my best energy, do my best healing on you. I give you my best energy for the energy you've given me. I'm so grateful. And whatever you do with my healing is up to you. As much as you work on yourself, my healing works on you. If you're running away from your unconscious, you're suffering in bad karma. You're giving your power away. And you will give your health away out of fear and guilt. No one can heal you. My healing can't do anything. But if you work on yourself, you go within yourself, you bring your unconscious to consciousness. You see. You bring your unconscious to consciousness. You heal yourself. You save yourself. I only give you my word. I do healing for you. And I give you my word. I do it. But you heal yourself, you save yourself. Your unconscious darkness is giving your power away. For your darkness is your power, so you give no power away. And no one can take your power. It holds your light. It is your power. I give you my word. Purnamaste. Mwah!